If you're a videographer or a creative person, I'm going to show you exactly how you can make more money in 2024 and in 2025 building and scaling your own content agency. And if this is your first time on the channel, my name is Julian, and I've scaled multiple content agencies to 6 figures, and I've also helped over 65 students scale theirs as well. And why am I making this video? Well, I used to be a videographer. I used to be somebody who would literally work with anyone with a pulse who had a wallet, who was able to afford my services. I was doing everything from weddings, commercials, real estate listings, literally you name it. If it paid, I was doing it. And I'm very passionate about this because I know what it's like to have the skill set of being able to shoot cool videos, being able to light your scene, having the skills of producing amazing videos, but not being able to turn that into cash, not being able to build a business that's sustainable, that's predictable, something that you can genuinely live off and be able to support your family. So that's exactly why I'm making this video. 2 years ago, I pivoted to being a content agency. So instead of being a videographer or freelancer who's always relying on where their next shoot is coming from, who's editing everything, who's literally spending like 10, 20 hours per week just editing, who has very inconsistent months, who's burnt out, literally only making like 5K per month, I pivoted to a content agency where I'm able to actually make more of an impact with my skill set, which was videos, actually help business owners scale, be able to have more predictive revenue, and be able to build a team so I'm not doing all of the work myself. It's truly one of the best business models if you have the creative skill set. You can leverage it to be able to build a better life for yourself. So we're going to dive into my iPad and I'm going to show you exactly how you can make this transition, but not only make this transition, but truly be able to scale a content agency to 20, 30, 40, 50K per month predictably on high margins. I'm not going to show you how to scale a content agency to 100, 200K per month with 30% margins. I'm going to show you how to scale a content agency to 30 to 50K with 70 to 80% margins. We're here to talk about profit, not revenue. So we have scenario number 1, which is again, this videographer. Now, this is the old me. Now I'm going to show you the problem with the old me and what I would literally tell every videographer or every creative person right now to completely avoid. The first thing is I didn't really have a brand to myself. Like I did, but not really. Now what this means is nobody really knew like what I did, who I did it for, and like what I actually do. I was known as that photographer, videographer. Like I wasn't known for a very specific thing. So that's another thing. I didn't really have an offer in place. I was just like every videographer out there who's trying to make it. I was shooting everything. I was literally shooting cars, weddings, like you name it. So I didn't have a brand. So nobody really knew who I was. I didn't really have any attention. I didn't have an offer. I didn't have a form of acquisition because I was literally only relying on just like referrals, and I didn't have a team in place. I was a one-man show. Like I literally remember the days where I was sitting in my parents' house, I would literally smoke some weed and then I would just edit all night. And I thought I was the dog. Like I thought I was so productive smoking weed and just literally editing all night. And now that I think about it, that is literally the least leveraged thing in the world, just sitting there and editing. Like, what are you doing? Now, of course, there's different levels of editors, this is and that. Now you can try to cope yourself, but if you're really trying to build a business, build a better life for yourself, you need to be able to delegate that task so you can work on higher level things. So you're able to make more money. So going back to this, I didn't have a brand. I didn't really have an offer. I didn't have a form of acquisition. I didn't have a team, which resulted in literally 3K months. And I was always just one-off projects. So I would always start from zero the next month. It was very unpredictable. And I was only relying on referrals. And those referrals weren't even qualified. Because again, I was only known as a videographer, photographer, some dude who shot videos. So if you go on my LinkedIn page, I was literally shooting videos for everyone. I was shooting videos for literally just remodeling companies, weddings, real estate. Now, to be fair, we did scale it to like 10K per month with this like videography model, but it was super unsustainable. Like it was 10K per month, 1 month, and the next month it would literally be like 2K. And then sometimes we would go back up to like 8K and then sometimes another 10K a month, but then right back down to 3K. And it's because we didn't actually know how to run a business. We were just creative people. I was just somebody who would shoot videos and be known for that. But the day changed when I landed my first content agency client. And he asked me if I knew how to shoot short form content. Because this was back when TikTok was really blowing up. Reels was like the best thing in the world. And obviously in the sales process, I was like, yeah, of course I know how to like shoot short form, duh. Like I'm an expert at that. I've never really knew social media at the time. I did a little bit, but I never really shot short form videos to that extent, to what, like I was very confident to know what I was doing. But anyways, we ended up closing this person for 4K per month. And it was 20 to 30 videos, like your typical done for you, ideas, posting and shooting and editing. So I landed my first client at 4K per month. And this truly opened my eyes because this was consistent. Like we had this client for like a year. That truly opened my eyes. And I'm like, well, why don't we just, because also we were only shooting them like twice a month. So I was like, why don't I just get like 4 more of these people? And short story, that's exactly what we did. That's exactly what we did. We got around like 5 to 6 more of those people where we're currently at like $30K per month. But the crazy thing is we only had like 1 editor in place and we had 0 systems in place. And to be fair, this was all referral based. Actually, this was not all referral based. I did get some from cold outreach. I'm not going to lie. But the cold outreach strategy I was using back then definitely does not work right now, which is basically like a free edit. But this was very not sustainable. This was not sustainable at all. We did not have a team in place. We had no systems in place. We had no referral. I did send some cold outreach back then when I was like pretty new to it. But yeah, but this wasn't sustainable. So again, we had like a 30K month, and then we dipped back down to like 15K and then like a 20K and then back down to like 15K. Now, what was the problem here? I'll tell you what the problem was right here. And this is what I really want you guys to understand, because this is probably most of you who are watching this. We did not have an offer. So like no offer, meaning we didn't really have a niche in place. Our offer was like social media content. So we had somewhat of an offer, but we really weren't known for like one very specific thing. And we didn't really have a niche in place. So we had no offer and we were only offering social media content. The next thing is we didn't have no team in place. I had no idea how to build a team at the time. And yeah, it's just editors, but there is a science behind how to handle editors, how to really develop that culture with editors. So like the editors are always reaching like their deadlines. Editors are never late. You have a QC in place. This and that. But besides the point, we were literally doing everything again. So we just literally built ourselves like another job, which is completely fine. Like there's stages to it. I would have much rather do that than work. I was working at like I was working at a supplement store. I was like, fuck that shit. So I would much rather do what I'm doing now, but at the same time, I'm like burnt out. I'm not putting in work. And of course that's business. I don't want to say, I'm not here to tell you guys that like you're going to work 1 hour a week and then make 6-7 figures. Like it's not going to happen. Anyways, we didn't have a team in place and we had no systems in place. And we didn't really have like a predictable form of acquisition. Like cold DMs were like, I think we landed like a few clients from it. But first of all, they weren't really the best clients. The sales cycle was really long. And for me, it's just not sustainable personally. Like content, and I'm going to get to this, but content is a very visual service that needs to be a lot more focused on attraction-based marketing instead of like cold outbound. But so these were the biggest problems that we did. So this is what I'm really going to be going over today is how to fix your offer, how to build a team, systems, and be able to actually build like a predictable lead flow system so you can actually scale. So offer, what are things that you need to know? Well, we need to have our transformational statement. Transformational statement. And this is something that you need, okay? I don't care who you are. Every successful business, whether it's online, service-based agency, info, every business has a transformational statement where it's basically, I help niche get outcome with mechanism. So this is something that you really need to figure out. Now what offer did we run with? We ran with, I help real estate investors grow their coaching program with done for you content, which is like our mechanism, I guess you can call it. Done for you content. That's it. So that was our offer. Now we're looking at this. We have our niche, we have the outcome that we're providing, and we're showing them how we actually do it, which is with done for you content. Now, why do you actually need to have a niche? Well, here's the thing. When it comes down to marketing, like why would you go for this massive market where literally everybody's going after? And I'm talking big boys, right? You're like big boys with massive budgets. Why would you go after this market that is so like very saturated and pick a small corner of it and fully go after that? Because here's the thing, a real estate investor or whatever it is would rather work with somebody who specializes in a niche than somebody who just does general content. Okay, so that's one reason why you want to niche down. Another reason is listen, if you don't know about marketing that much, read Dan Kennedy. He's pretty much the godfather of direct response marketing. He literally explains perfectly on why you need to niche down. And that's coming from like a marketing expert. So like, I'm literally just putting down information from my mentors who have done 7 and 8 figures. Like all successful agencies have started in a specific niche. Alex Hormozi, Jim Launch, and now he's more broad. When Iman first started with this agency, it was e-com. There's plenty of other examples. The point is it's a lot easier to be able to market to a specific niche but it's also a lot easier to be able to build systems around a niche as well. And also that is how you're going to take your corner of the marketplace and be able to create your own opportunities. If you market to everyone, you're going to market to no one. You want to be able to market to a very specific person so they understand that you are the go-to within that industry. That's how you're going to charge more. That's how you're going to get better results. That's how you're going to be able to build systems so you can scale. And that's how you're going to be able to work with people you actually enjoy with, which are qualified people. Now here's the thing. Once we made this transition and we made it very clear to our clients that this is what we do, well, we started to get referrals as well. But instead of getting referrals as like, oh yeah, he's a videographer, he shot my videos or photos, our positioning was a little bit different. Our positioning was like, yeah, they help investors scale their brand. Like that's what we were known at. So that's when we got plugged into like a mastermind of just like investors. And well, that's essentially when we started to get recommended to all those people. And it's simply because we position ourselves a little bit differently. So that's the first lesson. Make sure that you have an offer, that you have your transformational state, that you go after a specific niche, that you figure out what the outcome is, and that you figure out how you actually do it. Now, if you don't really know what to offer, there's 3 types of offers within the content agency space, okay? There is the convenience offer. I think that's how you spell it. There's a convenience offer, which is basically you're done for you. Now, what is a convenience offer and what is the done for you? You're essentially taking over one aspect of somebody else's business, so they don't have to hire out for that. They don't have to hire out a videographer. They don't have to hire out a copywriter. They don't have to hire a video editor. They're just hiring you to fully take over that part of the business. So that is why we call it a convenience offer. I think that's one of the best offers that you can start off with. It is one of the easiest offers to scale with in the beginning. Going from like 0 to 20K, you're gonna go with the convenience offer, done for you. Have a few clients paying you 2 to 4K per month. Now I know I'm making it sound really easy, but my goal for this video, after you're done with it, even though it is, I know it's kind of messy and I'm very sorry, I apologize. I just decided to bring out my iPad and try to make a video for you guys. But my goal is to help you get really clear on what your next steps need to be so you can land literally 2-3 clients within the next 30 days. So we have 3 offers. The convenience offer, done for you. This is the ideation, scripting, editing, posting, and shooting if you're able to shoot. But if you're not able to shoot, it's still ideation, scripting, posting, and editing. The next one is a vanity metric offer. Now, what is a vanity metric offer? Well, it's typically where you're promising like 1 million views guaranteed within the first 30 days. So that is a vanity metric offer. Now, if you're really good at personal branding and you really know how to get people to go viral, I think that is an amazing offer to run with. I know people will absolutely print with that offer. One of my students, what he did, his agency was the Tate strategy, where you pay him, he opens up multiple accounts on IG and TikTok, and he repurposes all of your content. But since he was doing it at such high volume, he was generating great results for clients. So he was able to, I think his average viewage in the first, 30 days were they were above 1 million views. I think they were like 2-3 million. So he was able to offer that guarantee. Now he didn't offer the guarantee because his work was just speaking for himself, which is something else we'll talk about. But if you really want to get to the next level, you offer that guarantee, you offer that risk reversal, and it's a highly scalable offer. So that is the vanity metric offer. You're essentially promising views, followers, engagement, vanity metrics. The next thing is a tangible offer. So this is where you're promising a tangible result, which is basically like 30 appointments guaranteed, 15 appointments guaranteed. Those sorts of, you're essentially guaranteeing lead flow and something tangible with your content services or your content systems. So if you're under 20 to 30K per month, I would run with probably this one. If you can, I would also run that one. I think these are two good offers to start with. And then this requires a higher skill set. Now, that being said though, you do want to learn that skill set because you obviously need to learn it for yourself. You need to learn how to turn a stranger into a paying customer, which is acquisition. So if you're able to learn this for yourself, well, guess what? You're going to be able to stack this maybe on top of, because if you're able to offer shooting and a tangible offer, like that's when you can start to get into like rev shares and that whole model where your retainers can get a lot higher. They can get to like 5, 10, 15, 20K. So that is a very valuable skill to have. But regardless, convenience offer is an amazing offer, and same with the vanity metric. So I hope that made a little bit of sense. So you figure out which one you want to do yourself, and then you stack it on, figure out what your niche is, outcome, and mechanism. Great. Now, the next thing we're going to go over is how to actually get clients. How to get clients. Now, the biggest pivot for me was, I'm going to tell you right now, was just building my personal brand. It wasn't sending more cold DMs. It wasn't cold calling. It wasn't going to stores. to be fair, I did try to cold call. I wasn't the best at it. How I actually started was I would cold call real estate agents with listings above $1 million because I lived in South Florida. I mean, $1 million is like a commodity in South Florida. And if the listing was over like 60 days, I would call them up, offer them a free video, and we would go and shoot their video and then try to convert them into a paying client. But like, I did that for like maybe a few months, like cold approaching businesses, like, I think that's great. Personally though, like I think it's a great way to land your first few clients, but I ain't talking about landing your first few clients. I'm talking about how do you scale, okay? And the way that you're going to scale is by using something more leveraged. Basically, what a personal brand does, guys, it is a 24/7 salesperson, okay? Content is a very visual service. You want your content to do the selling for you. I want you to think about that. Your content needs to do the selling for you. If you're making great content for yourself, you want to make content that clients see themselves wanting to make for themselves. So I hope that makes sense. For example, a great Devin Thatcho, 2 years ago, he created like his own style. Think about how many other business coaches or just clients in general, prospects, wanted to have that exact same style. That's a perfect representation of having or having content do the selling for you. So building my personal brand was the best thing that I could have ever done. Okay. You need to build your personal brand. You need to be able to do something that you're currently selling. You need to be able to show proof of concept, because I'm telling you that will 10x. Now, if you've been able to scale your content agency without it, props. Let me tell you right now, if you're trying to get to the next level, building a personal brand is going to be one of the most leveraged thing that you can do. Like, just think about it. If you're selling content, you should probably do it for yourself, even if it's faceless content. I've worked with a few agencies where they just posted like the faceless animation content because that was their offer. But still, people need to be able to know what you do, who you are. So even if you do get referred to somebody, like if they go on your Instagram, they're like, oh, that's my guy. Oh, that's 1,000% my guy. Look at the content he's posting. Look at the value he's providing. Boom, that's my guy. So you want to build your personal brand. Now, how do you actually get leads though? Well, this is going to be your whole separate video, but very simple. I use the content leveraged funnel. Now, what is this? Well, it's basically leveraging content to do the prospecting, nurturing, and selling for you. So typically how this goes is you'll have organic, but you'll also have Instagram ads. And what you're going to do is you're going to send people, you're going to do a few things. You're either going to, basically profile visit ads, you're either going to convert them into a follower, or you're going to have like a harder CTA, and the call to action is going to be the DM. So this is CTA. So the CTA is either going to be like, hey, shoot me a follow and go through all my past content, or it's just like DM you. Okay, now what this is going to do, what these ads are going to do, they're going to call out your ideal audience. They're going to call out the pain points that they have, and you're going to call out the solution and what you can actually do to help them solve that pain point. And there's so many other things that we can do that I can really go over, but I mean, this video I think is already like 20 minutes long, but we have custom GPT prompts that's going to really help you identify who your ICP is, so we can create VSLs behind this, so we can create ads, and so we can create content. Now, this is just going to be like a bird's eye view of what you need to be doing. But you really want to understand your ICP, who they are and what they do, because think about it like this. A person who just started a business is going to require completely different marketing material than a person who's already been in business for like 5 years. Like, they have different problems, different pain points, different desires, different types of messaging. So you need to really identify who is the specific person that you want to go after. I'll tell you right now, the person that you want to go after is somebody who is already making money, with their offer, and who's already running ads, because they understand the game, and you yourself aren't there to revolutionize their business from the ground up. You are there to make better what they currently already have. You're there just to amplify it. Okay, you're there to put lighter fluid on the fire that's already burning. But we're gonna drive traffic to our Instagram page, because think about it like this. Your Instagram is basically, because think about it this way, your Instagram is your landing page. You want your content to do all of the selling for you. That's so powerful, guys. If you understand it, that is so powerful. But that's also why we need to have an optimized Instagram. That's why we need to be posting content that's going to smack our ideal avatar in the face, show them what we do, who we are, and how we can help them solve their problem. Okay, so we have their Instagram. We're also going to have a VSL in the bio, which is basically just going to, if you don't know what a VSL is, a video sales letter, basically shows what you do, who you are, how you can help them. Okay, and then we're also going to start to begin sending DMs to our followers and try to book appointments straight through our DMs. And you also, so there's two ways to book appointments. It's gonna be through your VSL in the bio and also the DMs. So that's how you're gonna be booking appointments, running traffic, targeting the people who's your ICP, showing them how you can help them, putting money behind it. And the reason that we want to run ads, it's so leveraged, it's so predictable. And like, dude, Facebook is Meta is the most leveraged platform in the world. Like, run ads. Like every 6, 7, 8, 9-figure business is running ads. Like, just learn how to do it. I'm telling you, it will change your life. If you understand the skill set of turning a stranger into a customer, a paying customer, that's fucking powerful. You're putting $1 in and getting $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 out. That's a money machine. I don't know about you guys, but I want to be focusing on higher leverage tasks than cold calling people, than sending cold emails, cold DMs. Don't even get me started with cold emails, by the way. But cold DMs, like, why don't we focus on attracting people, our ideal avatars, with content and with ads, which is a lot more leverage. So they come to us and they see our Instagram that's optimized, that's, you know, all of her content is answering the 3 questions that each prospect has, which is, what's it like working with you? How can you help me? What makes you different? We're making content is nurturing the shit out of people, just showing them that we are legit at what we do. Then we book appointments with them. So when we hop on a call, it's not a matter of like, what do you do again? It's a matter of like, oh yeah, I saw your content. I love it. I want to do it for myself. That is the frame that we want to do. Now, once they book a call, we want to have a quick sequence in place. And what the sequence is going to be is we want to have a thank you page. So what this thank you page is going to be a video explaining your service. It's literally going to be a video of like, hey, this is what our process looks like if you do decide to move forward with us. Now, the reason you want this video, again, is so you don't get this objection on the call. It's like, oh, what do you do? What exactly do I get? You're already answering all the questions right there. Oh, I saw your content. I know how the process works. Let's hop on a call. All right. I don't know about you, but I'd much rather have this frame than this frame. Now I know I'm flying through this, and I'm going to make a video about each individual thing more so you can understand what the process is like. I just wanted to get all this information out of my brain to you guys, because I'm telling you, some of these items that you're seeing right now, take action on, you will make money. Thank you page. You want to have email reminders, and you want to do all this through GHL. You want to have SMS reminders, all pointing to like reminding them to like, hey, check out the video. Because one is going to make sure that you have 100% show up rate, or at least like a 95% show up rate. But they're also showing up like ready, like they're warm instead of just cold, where it's just like, what? They're very warm. They already know what you do. They already know what your process is like. They've already consumed all of your content. They've seen your ads. They've consumed your content. They might have looked at your VSL, so they know it. So, you know, they know that you work specifically with them, whatever it's real estate agents, realtors, lawyers, whatever it is, coaches, and they're going to show up and they're going to be prepared because they already know what exactly you do, because you have a video explaining what the process is like. It's so powerful, guys. It's so powerful. So powerful. Like, I wish I knew this 2-3 years ago, because I would be making too much money. Seriously, like it'd be crazy. But this, like with these strategies, like you can literally be able to scale to 30 to 50K, but predictably, not with just referrals, not with just like, oh, how did I get here? Like literally predictably, sustainable, and be able to stay within this range, because now you've improved your skill set, because now you have leads coming to you. Now you have a system, you have a pretty good sales process, and I can really dive into the sales process a lot more, because I'm really fixing mine right now and just making it so much better. The next thing is fulfillment. Well, you want to make sure you have an onboarding process. You want to make sure you have a massive onboarding form. You want to make sure that everything is done with Make.com or Zapier. I switch over to Make.com for the automations. So the thing with onboarding, you want to make sure that like when somebody pays and when somebody signs the contract, everything is being built. Now, if you wanted to learn more about the onboarding, we're currently building a new product that's called contentsystems.io. And essentially what this is, it's a front to end marketing, but also operating and fulfillment system for like a lot higher level content, creative video. We're talking about like people above like 30 to 50K. We're building a system to really place and build out. And I'm documenting all of it. It's super sick. And yeah, we're currently in the onboarding stage as I'm making this video. And there's like 2 episodes already posted, so you can watch it and see like what a really high level onboarding process goes into. Anyways, onboarding form, automations, and then you want to make sure that the automation does a few things. Make sure it duplicates a Slack channel. Make sure it sends a welcome email. Make sure it duplicates your dashboards for your project management, which I use ClickUp. Highly recommend it. Get off Notion. Notion's rookie shit. Go to ClickUp, please. Or Airtable. Airtable is pretty good too, but I like ClickUp. And also duplicates the Google Drive folders. You also want to make sure you notify your team, notify the dream team. Okay. I'm not going to go too much into this. If you want me to make a video on this, honestly, whatever you want me to make a video on, guys, comment. Okay. So either comment offer, either comment funnel, either comment sales process, comment onboarding, or comment fulfillment. I'm going to make this very short. Now, what team members do you need? You need editors, obviously. You need to have a lead editor. This lead editor, what their job is to manage all of the current editors, but also to train editors. So also train the editors. You need to have a quality control in place who's going to quality control all the videos from the editors. Not really like the style of it, more of just like the actual spelling. You should not be. If you're quality controlling, please hire this. Like, this is one of my favorite hires in the world. Like, oh my God, looking at videos. I remember looking at my videos on my phone and like having to like check for spelling, and sometimes I would misspelling myself because I'm just like so fucking tired of it. And you also want like a COO / like pretty much somebody to handle operations, and then like you could have like a CSM at higher levels. But yeah, so those are the people that you want. So video editors, you need to have a system to hire and train video editors, so which can be your lead editor. You need to have a QC in place who's basically going to quality control all the editors. And the CEO, what the CEO does is basically communicates with the clients, but also make sure that overall operations are fine. Videos are getting done on time. Your copywriters are in place, like pretty much managing the whole operational side of things. Now, this is a big topic that I see a lot of content agencies struggling. And although these are all VAs, sometimes the CEO is not. Although the rest are, and same with CSM, although all of them are VAs, you still need to be able to build a company culture and learn how to manage your team and learn how to become a leader. So you want to make sure you have weekly meetings. Have weekly meetings with your teams, guys. That is so important. Like, I talk to so many people and they don't have weekly meetings. I'm like, what are you talking about? Have weekly meetings. Have core values. I always hire on my core values, okay? Track your editors. What does this mean? Track your editors. Track how much time it takes to edit one video. Track if they're hitting deadlines or not. Like this, all of these needs to be tracked. Track the KPIs and make sure you communicate with your team on a daily basis. Like, you need to be a leader. Deadlines need to be hit. Like, I don't know how people miss deadlines with their agencies. We never miss deadlines. Of course, you have like your one-offs, like anomalies, but some people miss deadlines on like it's regular. We do not tolerate that because that's part of our core values. One of our core values is that, two main things that really cover this: success like speed, and we're also client obsessed. So what does client obsessed means? That we are quality with always being on time and making sure that we put out our best quality work. Like, we want to be proud of our work. And success like speed, obviously success like speed. We got to get stuff done quick, on time, before time. We never want to be late. Now, something that I do is some editors work differently because some people don't really respond to like negative reinforcement. And basically what that means is what we were doing, if an editor is late, like they don't get paid. Like straight up, like money, no paid. Because we give them enough time to do it. Like, we're not working like slave labor where it's like, hey, you better edit 20 videos today and get them all done. No, you want to make sure videos are getting done on time. With it obviously be reasonable, but if they're not getting it done on time and they didn't let you know beforehand, they're not getting paid for that video. But some editors don't work to negative reinforcement. So what you have to do is on a weekly basis, essentially, if all of the editors got their videos done on time, basically what we would do is we would put them on a spin wheel. Let's just say like only 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just say 4 editors out of like the total. They all got their videos done on time. Then we're gonna put them on a spin to wheel, and we'll spin the wheel, and the winner gets a prize. So that's another thing. You want to incentivize, of course, great work. And if they're not getting it done on time, they have to get somehow punished. Like, that's just how it is. You're running a business here, guys. You're not running a charity. Now, I can really dive into like how to lead a team, how to really like manage your team in general to make sure you're putting great work, how to hire, how to train, all that good stuff in a separate video. So again, let me know below what you want to learn more of. The point is, if you got anything out of this video, and if you're still watching, first of all, you're a G, you're gonna make it. Please like rewatch this video a few times because I know I went over it, but there's a lot of value in here. The biggest thing is you want to go away from that videographer who has that mindset of, first of all, they're scared of money. Do not be scared of money as a videographer. You need to learn how to invest back into your team, back into yourself, so you can buy back your time, so you can buy back hours. So with those hours, you can utilize to do higher leverage tasks, so you can continue to scale their business. That's all really business is: delegation, systemizing, creating SOPs, so you can buy back your time, so you can work on higher level tasks. That's all business is. But going from this videographer who literally has no leverage to being able to be that person that actually uses their skill sets, which is very valuable, by the way. I think content agencies provide so much value if you're good at it. They provide so much value to a business. Like everybody needs content. Now, it is a commodity, I will say, for like the lower barrier to people. But if you're niching down, you really understand the niche, you really understand how to get results for that niche, there's no commodity in that. Like you will make money. But the point is, learn how to leverage your skill sets more, learn how to build a team, create your offer, learn acquisition, and scale your content agency. And again, please comment what you want me to make a video on, and I'll actually make videos on it. I'll break it down. But with that being said, guys, if you're still watching, I appreciate you. You're an absolute beast. Have an amazing day. You are worth it. Leverage your skill sets. Keep going, and I'll see you in the next video.